Here we go, boys.
Here they come out of turn 4. Everybody on their feet. Green flag for the Würth 400.
Well, we talked about it before the race started, Clint, is outside or inside. Well, you see right there, the outside just launched way better, and that'll be the case all day on the restarts.
Hamlin outside Byron for fourth rather, as they complete lap 1. Noah Gragson looking on. Still double wide in the second half of the field. Kyle Larson is up 4 spots. Chase Elliott, his Hendrick teammate, has only gained 1 since the start of the race from the back. Jamie?
Well, Mike, for the Chase Elliott fans wondering where their driver is, he started back in 29th spot, and I talked to his crew chief, Alan Gustafson, this morning. He said, the good news is we were really good at race trim. We think we were the best of the Hendrick cars. He said, but we just missed it completely in qualifying. That puts them in a box. They're going to have to mix up their strategy. Kevin mentioned it. If we get a caution before lap 50, watch for that 9 team to come down pit road.
Ryan Blaney closing in on Kyle Busch for the lead. Busch, however, has backed off his pace after that radio transmission we heard.
Look at the difference, the speed difference. Blaney took a shot at him through the center of 3 and 4. Yeah, a lot more speed in the center.
And you just have to go where they're not. And Ryan Blaney is running right on the bottom of the racetrack, but he's learning a lot about his car and what he needs to do. And you saw the front end take off off the exit of the corner, lost a bunch of ground to Kyle Busch.
You see him coming up underneath. Just shot up the racetrack, got tight, got into Austin Dillon on the outside, trying to stay off of him, right, Kevin? Spun it out.
Yeah, and unfortunately that makes him spin out worse when you lift off the throttle like that, and you have to make a quick adjustment. The back just unloads. Both of them.
And unlike other racing series where they have tow hooks on the front of the cars, in NASCAR, because of the casual contact bumper to bumper, no tow hooks. So you've got to lift those front wheels.
Be careful here lifting this thing up.
A bit.
Be careful lifting it up and hurting the diffuser that's so important on the rear. Not much damage on that car. You can see he just barely touched the right front.
Coming out of his stall while they're trying to guide Corey Heim, substitute driver there for Eric Bell, into his pit, and with a different crew chief. Joey Cohen, competition director for the 43, is there. Dave Ellens left the track yesterday for a personal matter, and here's the number 20. Whoa, Christopher Bell, as the tire changer goes to the ground. They back him up to get that lug nut tight.
Yeah, those guys have had a ton of trouble on pit road with just little stuff like that on the 20 car, and see the incident right here with the 45 and 43. But that's Dover pit road, Clint. I mean, this is a narrow pit road. It's easy to speed on because of the RPM. See some damage right there on the 45.
For the restart, Blaney inside of William Byron. Ford versus Chevy with a Toyota front row. Hamlin and Reddick. Then Busch and Grayson. Here we go.
Very good jump for Blaney on that inside. Hard to do.
Yeah, it's just so hard to get the launch on the restart to be able to get the car to not spin the tires. On the new tires, it becomes a little bit easier, but
that Truex on that outside. Excuse me, I think that's...
Whoa, Hamlin.
Denny Hamlin, hold on to it. That's Chastain on that outside is who that was. 3 wide. Big loose end for Denny Hamlin. Lost some spots for sure.
Put Hamlin, who restarted 4th, back to 7th.
He's giving him fits. He's trying to make that thing wide, take the air away from him. But a crossover move by Byron's got him back on the bottom. Look how much quicker he can get to the throttle. Blaney's going to let him go.
With this pass for the lead, Hendrick cars have now gained a combined 15 positions since the restart.
Yeah, they're rolling. He's not the only one.
12 to go in stage 1. William Byron out in front of Tyler Reddick by 1.3. And Martin Truex on Reddick's tail. A couple of drivers that have had issues. Todd Gilliland back out on track after bringing out the first caution at lap 40. He is 10 laps down. Austin Dillon just pitted with a flat tire. He is 2 laps in arrears in the number 3. And Ryan Preece, well, all the foam burned out, but they weren't sure of the cause or what would happen next, so they're going to leave that car in the garage and let it cool down before they load it in the hauler. But Preece's day is over.
Probably a smart move. That's a good way to make your day worse. Put that thing in the hauler and burn it down.
And Larson continues to march forward. Remember, he started 21st.
Oh, we got
today.
one on the wall, Mike.
That's
Brad
Keselowski. Gosh. And this will end the stage as caution comes out.
Right rear tires down, Kevin.
And outside, middle of the track, you'll see him.
Trying to stay
Get hold
off
of it.
of Noah in
Hold
front
on,
of him.
hold the brake.
Came out from underneath
I think
of
you
it.
actually, I think I actually heard the tire actually coming apart there, Clint. You could actually hear it on the in-car camera, and that right rear tire is. It sounded like it was coming apart.
Well, it's still up right there.
Yeah, but I think that when they get low like that, I mean.
Hard behind the Ford Mustang Dark Horse pace car. Martin Truex Jr.'s Toyota takes its 5th stage win at Dover. We're back to green. Martin Truex outside William Byron for the lead.
Well, we noted William Byron's car really took off, had great speed on the front side of that run. Surely some adjustments were made. Let's see if they were what he needed.
Well, one thing I noticed right there is the back of Martin Truex's car bottom out, and you can see that dust come out of the diffuser. You want to run the back of this car as low as you can to make as much downforce as you can with that diffuser. So the attitude is down in the back and up in the front. But Martin Truex is making it happen. Definitely on 2 different agendas, as Christopher Bell's come through the field twice. As you see, the 77 car, Carson Hocevar put him 3 wide.
Bell almost got in the wall on that outside. If he did, it was close, Kevin.
That was almost one of those 12 wheels corner better than 4 situations. That was tense.
Byron's car fell off the jack right there, Kev.
Yeah, there was no left front tire on that car, and it was sitting on the ground.
Big mistake. This is a stop that'll hurt you. It'll cost you big on a green flag stop. Cannot afford to make mistakes.
We talk about it every week, and this pit road is as easy as any pit road to make mistakes, but these pit crew guys are right on that edge with these 9-second pit stops. And the crew chiefs on pit road, they try to coordinate, trying to be 1 lap apart so you don't have to go around the car or pull out from behind the car. But sometimes when there's this much lap time to be able to give up and gain, you wind up on pit road together. But it cost Martin Truex Jr. big.
So 7th place now for Kyle Busch ahead of Chase Elliott. Ryan Blaney has unlapped himself from Corey LaJoie. So that would leave Stenhouse, the first car, 1 lap down. And there in that middle box, Larson and Truex, you see the difference in the pit stop between those two. 41 to go in stage 2. Corey LaJoie continuing to lead on a long run strategy. He was last in the pits 85 laps ago. Kyle Larson now 6 seconds back, the first of the cars that pitted in that lap 181 to 185 range. That shows you the gap first to second, with Truex 3rd and Reddick 4th, Bowman 5th, Busch 6th, all in a row. And here's why Keselowski has stopped.
That looked like a tire down or something, the way that thing took off, Kevin.
Yeah, it just drove.
Corey LaJoie made his stop, went 2 laps down, and rocketed right past Kyle Larson to get one of them back. So he is 1 down now with 18 to go in the stage. 9 to go in stage 2. 6 different leaders in this race, 6 lead changes. Kyle Larson, the most recent one, has been out front for the last 23 laps after passing Corey LaJoie.
The rubber just keeps building up on this racetrack, and look how it's caking up off of turn 4 is where this is. That causes these guys havoc. You have to navigate around it. Start to move up, diamond the corner, as Kevin was talking about earlier. Straddle it. Denny Hamlin's still able to roll that bottom really tight on the bottom. But look at that. That is a lot of rubber getting put down on this racetrack. That reminds me of the old days, Kev.
But right behind the leader, there's the battle for the free pass, the 43 and the 31. 3rd place, Hamlin Truex. One of those two is going to get his lap back if they make it around.
The race within the race.
Hemrick took the spot. Kyle Larson for the stage win over teammate Alex Bowman. Denny Hamlin, Martin Truex, Chase Elliott, Kyle Busch. All right, well, let's have a look at that near incident on pit road. They came out Hamlin, Larson, Bowman. And let's show you how they got 3 wide coming down the pit lane when Denny comes out of his pits. Now, something's got to give here.
Denny squeezed him pretty hard.
So are you backing up from the move of the year?
Move of the year,
Mike. Is that
Mike.
what you're saying, Mike?
I tell you, that could have been 2 or 3 wrecked race cars right there. But Bowman and Kyle Busch, 2 Chevys in row 2, Truex and Elliott row 3, then Blaney the first Ford in 7. Hamlin with a jump.
Big jump by 11, Denny Hamlin. That number 1 stall, it's like you were talking about. You heard Jamie McMurray talk about it. That number 1 stall is keeping Kyle Busch in the game.
Busch in 4th, Truex in 5th. Did not get a good first lap of this run under green. Kind of falls back into the clutches of Blaney and Elliott. So you look on the scoring pylon at your top 8 drivers. 5 of them have not won a race this season. Alex Bowman, Kyle Busch, Martin Truex all looking for their first win. So is our champion Ryan Blaney, and Ty Gibbs looking for his first win ever. 95 laps to go as Denny does Dover. Hamlin with a 1.8 second lead on Kyle Larson. Kyle Busch, Martin Truex, and Alex Bowman. Now remember Corey LaJoie, who was on a long run strategy, stayed out when everybody stopped under green. He stayed out to lead 33 laps before finally pitting. It's going to work out okay. He is now in the free pass position. First car 1 lap down, and as long as Hamlin doesn't keep lapping Daniel Hemrick, Austin Cindric, and other cars at the tail end of the lead lap, LaJoie just might end up on the lead lap today.
You see how he used Denny Hamlin as a reference point, judge his gap, and is able to close so much of that.
What he did right there, Clint, was stay on the racetrack. Yeah.
Yellow back straightaway, a lot of smoke back there. Ricky Stenhouse.
He was merging back on.
He just looked like he might have come up on the racetrack a little bit too quick.
Too soon.
Self-cleaning banking on the straightaway sends everything to the inside wall. And boy, we're going to have to sort the scoring out, because here we were in the midst of green flag pit stops with a lot of cars 1 lap down.
My scoring showing the Hemrick still in the lead, yet to pit.
Truex and Elliott, Gragson and Hemrick, Busch and Bowman, the first of 20 lead lap cars as they come off 4 for the green.
Good restart by Denny on that inside. That's hard to do. You have to time that. You have to look at this, Kevin. All but clear. I think he's going to clear him off at 2.
I think you're right, Clint.
Trouble off turn 2.
Big wreck.
Around goes Wallace. And 1 car hard into the inside wall with Bowman.
But that's Byron. That's William Byron, guys. Gets worse. Bell is torn up again. Big hit for that car.
Somebody left-reared Bell trying to get down to the apron.
Yeah, for some reason, William Byron was way up the racetrack, or Bubba Wallace tried to go on the outside of William Byron. It's hard to tell exactly how they got to that position.
Look at him starting to stack up. Oh, he come right down in front of Byron.
Now, actually, that was not Byron up top.
Byron, that's right.
It was someone else, another white car. Ready for the restart. 62 laps to race.
Well, he chose the outside. We saw that.
Green flag.
A good jump by Larson now on that inside. That's hard to do. He's going to get clear of him, but
Chastain's been 3 wide on every restart, and passing cars doing it. There he goes.
I think he's going to lose another spot to Truex. Look at this, 3 wide.
10th place here. Denny Hamlin leading Kyle Larson by a little over a second. We still have 18 cars on the lead lap, with Martin Truex 3rd. And Noah Gragson coming off a 3rd at Talladega, right there in the top 5. All right, Kyle Larson is picking up about a tenth of a second a lap on Denny Hamlin. That gap narrowing a bit, while Martin Truex in 3rd, 2 seconds back. Wow, you listen to his radio, and you know it's been quite a day for the 19. 24 to go for Hamlin, and that time he was 8/100ths slower than Kyle Larson. Brings the gap down to 0.8 seconds. That's the closest it's been.
Look at the lap
last
traffic.
20 laps.
It's that lap traffic you spoke of, Kevin. See him starting to catch more.
Yeah, and Denny Hamlin started to have to move around the racetrack to be able to start to navigate this lap traffic and go where they're not. And Kyle Larson's now on the bottom of the racetrack making up ground. Well, this is what we talk about with Kyle Larson when it starts to be moving around for lap traffic and trying to make decisions through lap traffic or passing cars or whatever that is. He has this unique ability to be able to know where to go and make up time.
And look at what happened there with Suarez. He did not fight Larson at all. Was it because Larson was the second place car? Might it be that Hamlin's in a Toyota and
Absolutely.
Larson, like Suarez, is in a Chevrolet?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that Toyota Chevrolet thing, that is real.
Yep.
But this is turn 1 and 2. Kyle's ability to run way up high. Look at the entry speed that he carried. Caught it all back up right there in 1 and 2. Here he comes.
Next car ahead, Corey LaJoie in a Chevrolet.
Yeah, and I feel like Denny Hamlin, he's just gone into defensive mode, just trying to put his car in front of Kyle Larson's. But I don't know that.
He hurts him bad down here in 3 and 4. Now Denny's able to get around. That's
LaJoie.
LaJoie, excuse me.
And he
But
gave
he's
both
struggling
leaders.
down in 1 and 2. 1 and 2 is Larson's corner. 3 and 4, Denny's able to capitalize, get it back.
LaJoie gave both leaders plenty of room.
Taking that air away from Kyle Larson. Did a good job with it there.
But
Larson
Larson's
lost
closing.
speed.
Larson got the drive off the corner. He's got it down to 2 car lengths. Final corner. Larson up high. Hamlin right in the middle of the racetrack takes the air off Larson's nose and wins the Würth 400. 54th career win for Denny Hamlin, tying Lee Petty for 12th on the all-time list. So Denny conquers the concrete, a winner at Bristol and a winner at Dover. Officially, Kyle Larson finished a quarter of a second behind. Chesterfield, Virginia's Denny Hamlin, 54 wins in 661 career starts.
Hi, I'm Parker Kligerman. For more access like this from Pit Road, be sure to click and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel.